Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saturday Night Main Event, and you join me live here in the SNME Arena, and we've got a jam-packed crowd as we are on the road to Fastlane. Yes, but tonight we are from Columbus, Ohio, and we're kicking things off with tag team action as the Lucha Dragons, Kalisto and Sin Cara make their way to the ring. And the Lucha Dragons, well, they're looking to get back into the tag team title picture after their defeat a couple of weeks ago in a non-title match against Enzo and Big Cass. But if you cast your minds back to the end of that match, there was two men who made an impact. Blake and Murphy. They hijacked the tag team champions at the end of that Lucha Dragons, Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy match. And tonight, they make their in-ring debut. So here we go. A bit of dubstep. Nice. I'm not too sure about that strobe lighting. I'm sitting here at my announce table. Ooh. Nor am I sure about that either. But I think it's official to say that we have our very first bromance here in SNME, and it is indeed Blake and Murphy. Blake at the front, Murphy from behind. No pun intended. But the way these two managed to manipulate the situation a few weeks back and attack our tag team champions, they did it in a way which shows that they are calculated and that they think they are opportunists. And that is a smart thing to have if you're a tag team. So it doesn't matter whether or not these two have a bromance. It's all about what they can do in the ring, and they're going to get the opportunity here tonight on SNME when they take on the Lucha Dragons. And we all know the caliber that the Lucha Dragons bring to the ring. So can Blake and Murphy back up their very impactful arrival here on SNME by defeating the Lucha Dragons here tonight? Both tag teams look ready as the referee signals for the bell to get this match underway, and I believe it is Blake who's kicking things off for Blake and Murphy. And quickly, Blake grabbing the arm of Sin Cara and putting a stop to those kicks. And now an elbow to the back of the neck of Sin Cara. And this is a very aggressive start from Blake, using Sin Cara's very own mask to slam the back of Sin Cara's head down into the mat. And now Blake beginning to unload in the corner. Sin Cara trying to get some offense in here. There you go. There's a chop. But Blake quickly puts the stop on that. And a knee to the midsection. It looks slightly low as well. And then an elbow into the heart of Sin Cara. And there's the tag. Quick tag team work being shown by Blake and Murphy. Impressive tag team work being shown by Blake and Murphy in the early stages of this matchup. They've broke the ring down. They've cut it off, so Sin Cara can't get to make a tag to Kalisto. And now it's Murphy in the ring. And again, he now works on the arm, working a body part. Knee to the face. Sin Cara now trying to mount some offense. Can he get anything going here against Murphy? Sends Murphy off the ropes. Tilt-to-whirl backbreaker. And that may very well be the breakthrough that Sin Cara needed. Sin Cara now picking up Murphy. And a smart maneuver here. 1, 2. The crucifix nearly getting the win for Sin Cara and Kalisto. And that would have been embarrassing to have caught Blake and Murphy off guard after they've had such a dominant start in this tag team match. And now Sin Cara looking to fly. Beautiful Hurricane Rana. And that has given the opportunity for Sin Cara to make the tag. And here comes the little luchador, Kalisto. Oh, he went for the boot to the midsection, but Murphy was fully aware. And you've got to think that the way that Blake and Murphy arrived here in SNME, the calculated attack on our tag team champs, that they would have done the homework on the entire SNME tag team division. And by watching this match unfold, I believe that is the case. Because Blake and Murphy have been dominant so far. The Lucha Dragons have rarely got any offense in, and I say that as Kalisto tries to mount an offense now. The SNME universe on their feet. They are intrigued by this in-ring debut of Blake and Murphy. Kalisto leapfrog over the top. Hurricane Rana. 1, 2. And although the Lucha Dragons may not have had the offense in this match, when they have managed to get a move in, they have come close on 2 separate occasions of grabbing this match. And now, Kalisto looking to take a high-risk maneuver. Will it pay off? 450! And Kalisto crashed and burned. Oh man. Kalisto looks dazed. And that has left an opening for Murphy. And Murphy certainly not letting up. Kalisto's in trouble. Deep trouble now. Because if his brains wasn't scrambled already, they will be now. The brain buster and the frog splash. Sin Cara looks on. Oh, Sin Cara gets blasted off the apron. 1, 2, 3. Dominant. Well, this was an impressive performance from Blake and Murphy. This is how it unfolded in the latter stages of this match. You see the Hurricane Rana from Kalisto. And he came very close to sneaking the victory, but it wasn't enough. And this, well, this is devastating. The brain buster. And as you're trying to recover from that, boom, the frog splash. And I hear that they call that the 6-star frog splash. So there you have it. Let the bromance begin, because these two, Blake and Murphy, are sending a message to the tag team champs. Are you watching? Enzo and Big Cass, Blake and Murphy are gunning for the tag team titles. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't catch SNME Inferno this week, then you are missing out, because there was a huge announcement which relates to Fastlane. Yes, at Fastlane it will indeed be the Intercontinental Championship on the line in a fatal 4-way as Cesaro, the champion, faces Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and the phenomenal AJ Styles. Who will walk out Intercontinental Champion at Fastlane? Welcome back, SNME Universe, as the lights go out here inside the SNME Arena, because it is time for your main event of the evening. 6-man tag team action, as you see Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt, making their way to the ring. Follow the buzzards. This main event tonight is huge, because it is the Wyatt family taking on the Balor Club. And this one has escalated dramatically. At first, Finn Balor was a member of the Wyatt family. But Bray Wyatt quickly expelled Finn Balor. And then we thought it was gonna be a feud between the Wyatt family and just Finn Balor. But Finn Balor returning with a backup plan because he had an insurance policy, and they go by the name of Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, and them together, well, they are the Balor Club. And I really don't think that Bray Wyatt took in account that Finn Balor would bring in the Balor Club. Crowd on their feet here. Lots of boos for the Wyatt family. But here comes two of the newest additions to the SNME roster, Gallows and Anderson. And just listen to this reception. Well, whether or not Gallows and Anderson want to be fan favourites, the crowd are firmly behind them in trying to kick the Wyatt family's ass. And just remember, Bray Wyatt, well, he's got so many things on his mind at the moment. He's the #1 contender for the SNME World Heavyweight Championship. He will get that opportunity at WrestleMania. But first and foremost, he's got to deal with Gallows, Anderson, and most importantly, this man right here. The man who has risen from the Wyatt family. He's broken away. He fought away from the Wyatt family. The demon, the leader of the Balor Club, Finn Balor. And Finn Balor, well, he's getting a little bit of a taster of what is in store at Fastlane. Because at Fastlane, Balor takes on Wyatt as this feud comes to a head inside a steel cage. Tonight, both men have their reinforcements by their side. But inside that steel cage, there will be nowhere to run. There will be no help inside that steel cage. And these two will simply be able to tear each other apart. And one almighty factor is we have not seen or heard from the demon since the days that Finn Balor joined the Wyatt family. Since then, the demon has not reoccurred. But will Finn beckon the demon? Will he call upon the demon at Fastlane? Fascinating, intriguing. It's got it all, and it's right here on SNME. So here we go. Both teams are ready for this huge 6-man tag team main event. And Rowan comes steaming out the corner and runs straight into a spine buster from Machine Gun Carl Anderson. Rowan now trying to get some offense. Sends Anderson off the ropes, but Anderson again stops him in his tracks. And a snapmare takedown and a kick to the back for good measure. Anderson off the ropes, running senton. Carl Anderson trying to stop just one of the 3 monsters of the Wyatt family. Anderson went for the punch, reversal from Rowan. Rowan picks up Anderson and drives him down with a sidewalk slam. The power of Eric Rowan. He seems to feed that off of Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, the master manipulator. I don't know what he's done to Rowan and Harper to turn them this way. It quite clearly didn't work in the case of Finn Balor. Balor are managing to escape the clutches of the Wyatt family as Rowan tries for the gut-wrench suplex. That was reversed from Carl Anderson. Anderson able to escape. And now Anderson. Well, Anderson showing his strength with a power bomb. As Anderson moves to the corner, and we talk about power and strength. Well, Luke Gallows has got both of those things in an abundance, and a power slam from Gallows. This is the enforcer of the Balor Club as he drives the leg drop right on the head of Eric Rowan. And if you want someone to go toe-to-toe, size for size, with the Wyatt family, well, Luke Gallows can do it, but oh! Eric Rowan was biting Luke Gallows there, now choking him down. Nasty, horrible tactics from the Wyatt family by any means necessary. As now Rowan drags Gallows to the corner. That is a place you don't want to be in. And tags in the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. The leader of the Wyatt family is in the ring. And he picks up Luke Gallows and drives the knee into the gut. The crowd showing their displeasure for the Wyatt family. As Bray Wyatt, well, he made that look easy, and that certainly wasn't. Getting Luke Gallows up. And now Bray Wyatt on the second rope. Oh, and a senton splash. Driving all Wyatt's weight into the midsection of Luke Gallows. Wyatt now beginning to unload. Wyatt feeds off of the hate from the SNME universe. We all know that. Gallows fighting back, but Wyatt once again with the reversal. Sends Luke Gallows to the other corner. Here comes Wyatt. Just squashes Luke Gallows. And, you know, it's surprising to see Gallows being controlled in this way. But this is what Bray Wyatt does. And as I said earlier, Bray Wyatt is the #1 contender for the SNME World Heavyweight Championship. Just imagine what sort of chaos could unfold if Wyatt was to be one day our world champion. Well, that hasn't happened yet. And oh, well, this is a moment. This is what we've been wanting to see. Wyatt versus Balor. And, well, Wyatt quickly backs away and tags out. And then Luke Harper nearly took Finn Balor's head off. Well, this is the matchup we saw last week. And Finn Balor got the victory. Harper must still be very bitter from the beatdown that he received from the Balor Club. But Finn Balor drives the feet with a drop kick into the side of the head of Luke Harper. And unlike Bray Wyatt, who feeds off of the hatred of the SNME universe, Finn Balor feeds off of the energy of the SNME universe. Double team maneuver from the Balor Club. And oh, Balor goes out the side of the ring near the Wyatt family, and Eric Rowan tries to chase him away. Rowan now trying to get in the ring. The referee putting a stop on that. You don't want any sort of interference in this one. Oh, look at that. Cheap shot to the back of the head and a belly-to-belly suplex. The Wyatt family fighting dirty But it was interesting to see that Bray Wyatt didn't want anything to do with Finn Balor at the moment in this match. I personally think that Bray Wyatt doesn't quite know what Finn Balor he has got on his hands at the moment and what sort of Finn Balor he will meet inside the steel cage at Fastlane. As you just saw the gator roll from Luke Harper. Momentum swinging back in favour of the Wyatt family. So far, both teams having their moments, but no one really able to gain a stronghold in this match. As Luke Harper drives the boot into the jaw of Carl Anderson, and now, well, putting the boots to Carl Anderson. Anderson might need to look for a tag shortly. Anderson turns round but just walks straight into Luke Harper. And Harper with a big clothesline and 360 over the top rope. Goes Carl Anderson. What is Luke Harper looking for? Oh, suicide dive from this monster. And the action now has spilled to the outside. And where are these two going? Referee laying the countdown. These two are beginning to fight their way up the ramp. Anderson retaliating, fighting back. These two seemingly forgetting about the count in the ring. We're up to the count of 4. As Harper, just throws down Carl Anderson on the steel ramp. Anderson now fighting back. We're up to 7. I don't think these two care about the count. And meanwhile, in the ring, all hell is breaking loose. There is action everywhere. We're up to 9. Good God. Look at this. The bell has gone. They don't care. As Luke Gallows drives Eric Rowan through the barricade. This match is over. But the fight continues. And finally, in the ring, you've got Balor against Wyatt, and Wyatt walks straight into the kick from Finn Balor. Balor now taking Wyatt to the corner, chops, inflicting punishment, reversal from Bray Wyatt. This is the fight. This is what everybody has been waiting for. Gallows and Rowan in bits on the outside. Harper and Anderson fighting their way out of the SNME arena, and that has left these two as Finn Balor delivers the sling blade and now implants Bray Wyatt's head down into the mat. And oh my, this match is over, but Finn Balor doesn't care because he's going for it. Coup de grace! And if Finn Balor delivers that maneuver inside the steel cage at Fastlane, surely he will put to bed and close this final chapter of this feud that he has had with Bray Wyatt. What a night it's been here on SNME. The Balor Club, and particularly Finn Balor, stands tall against Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. This has been SNME signing out.